All right, we ready to go. What's up, everybody? What's up? It's your boy Chan Hicks from Your Next Hack podcast with Blue Book Sports. You can find me on Instagram at underscore Chan Hicks. You can find me on YouTube and you can find me on TikTok at Chan Hicks TV. And today we got a very special guest with us, a baseball player at the University of Georgia. Go Dogs, my guy Tre Phelps. Tre, how are you, bro?
Sick. Doing good.
Yeah.
In practice right now in class, so enjoying that part of the year right now.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Going through fall practices, we know how that get. So
Yeah,
yeah, so you've kind of submitted yourself as I say a star at the University of Georgia. You've played different positions. You played some outfield, you played some first base, played some third base. Um, just talk about playing multiple positions and how that helps you and how that might help other kids out there looking to play at the next level with being able to move around the field.
yeah. I mean, kind of what baseball kind of going to guys are kind of getting moved around. So being able
Yeah,
to not only have an expertise at one position, being able to do more than one, and also being able to swing the bat, of course, but
oh
being
yeah.
able to do more than one thing definitely helps cement you
Hmm.
a spot in the field, especially
Yeah,
for well too.
for sure. Did you come up playing a certain position? Like I know a lot of guys that play infield in college came up as shortstops. Did you come up as a shortstop?
Yeah, I played short until about 14, I would say. And
Okay.
then after that, I was a third baseman.
Okay. You got a favorite position you playing right now, or is it kind of just wherever is cool with you?
Currently, yes, third base.
Third, yeah, corner guy for sure.
Yeah,
So
easily.
yeah, so a lot of kids they want to play in the SEC. A lot of guys coming from JUCO want to play in the SEC. Talk about, and you came on the scene as a freshman as well, getting a lot of playing time. So talk about kind of the ins and out of SEC baseball. And like I said, I don't play in the SEC, but I do watch a lot of baseball. I know it's no breaks. No, anybody can be beaten on any day. I mean, you
Yeah,
got guys at the worst, quote unquote, worst school in the SEC that are still throwing 95, still hitting 20 bombs a year. But I'll let you speak on that about the gauntlet that is the Southeastern Conference.
yeah. I mean, it's just kind of the best way I could think you explain it is like it's like you're just playing 10 super regionals. Like it's just like
Yeah.
every single game kind of matters every weekend, especially in conference play. So I
Uh,
think that's kind of why we're more prepared when it comes to the postseason because of just going through every single tough weekend. It's
right.
like you win every single game. It's not a
Mhm.
we may not get this weekend, but we need to get placed here to be placed here. It's like no, it's kind of every team is all gas trying to win every game to be a highest seed in the SEC tournament and host a
Thanks.
regional and a super regional for sure.
Mhm. Did you have a certain environment that was the most tough to play in? I know I've talked to some guys that said some different sites, but have you had a tough spot to play in, or I'm sure a couple?
I mean, the toughest to play in is Missouri.
Really?
Just yeah, you just gotta kind of build your own energy.
Yeah.
Blush, that's my dog.
Nah, you
Um,
good.
yeah, you just gotta kind of build your own energy and come in knowing like Missouri's gonna be at this point in time looked at as not the best team in the SEC, but that's kind of it's no it's no like badge to who they are. Like I mean, we went in there and won all three games, and to this day still feel like we lost all three games. Like
Yeah. Tough
just you
environment.
gotta go in there and be consistent how you're playing. Where if you show up at 16,000, we're at Mississippi State at Duty
Hmm.
Noble, so you just kind of
Yeah.
gotta. I think that's the toughest place to play in. When
Okay.
a lot of people
Okay.
are there, it should be pretty easy to play.
Okay. Yeah. So we talked a little. We're talking a little bit about in conference. You probably know where I'm about to get at. Y'all's out of conference rivals, Tech. So I remember I have mutuals who are friends with you, but I remember kind of my first time really like seeing you on social media was y'all were playing Tech and you
Yeah,
did the dog
yeah,
pee thing. I thought that was funny. I personally liked it. Talk about the Georgia versus Georgia Tech rivalry. I just had my guy Von Lackey on from Tech.
my
I got
bad.
a UGA guy on, but talk about how deep that rivalry really is because everybody knows about the football. Football is a big sport, the Georgia Tech rivalry. But talk about baseball and what it really means, like defending the home state.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously, I mean Georgia's already a hotbed of baseball in the first place,
Right,
so
right.
it's kind of like that game's going to mean a little bit more, especially at the college level, and it's
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. They don't really compete with us consistently at the football level from a organization standpoint. I mean, that game's always pretty tough just because of the rivalry itself, but talent
Right.
wise, I wouldn't say so.
Yeah.
Baseball is kind of a little bit different. I mean, any team can lose any day, but I mean, that's no knock to them. I mean, they were good my freshman year, they were good my sophomore year. They're I think, going to be even better this year than the last 2 years that they've
Definitely.
been.
Definitely.
It's just going to be another fun 1 or 3 games, however many we play them this year.
Hmm. Where I know that's why always one of my favorite ones to watch because you guys play. Is it one game at Foley, one game at Rush Chandler, and then one game in at the Gwinnett Stadium? Is that still how it is, or?
We did that freshman year, and then last year we only
Yeah.
played once at
Okay.
Brave Stadium.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So I also know, just looking from you on social media and just seeing some of the things I've seen about you, you're a big jewelry guy, especially on the field. I think you're the only college player I've seen rock two big chains during the game. I'm personally a chain guy too. I got me a big piece with my initials on it. Uh, is that kind of express who you are? Because you play with a lot of flair, man. I really enjoy your game and watching you play. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, you remind me of like a TA, a Tim Anderson type of guy. Like, you can go out there, you gonna hit, and then you just have fun. And whoever don't like it, you just don't like it. But talk about the pros and cons of that because you got to know, being a guy with all the jewelry and you got the cleats and stuff, people want to come after you even more. So talk
Yeah.
about how, kind of you just how you express yourself on the field and kind of how people might try and clap back at that.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of what comes with it. I mean,
Yeah.
I love being in the spotlight already. So like
Yeah.
whether it's I know I'm not personally doing anything to wrong anyone. So
Right.
if that's just gonna be something that's like taken as I don't know a disrespect to anyone, then that's just kind of how they take it. But I
Yeah.
know I'm confident, and I've always been kind of a flair guy ever since I was 4 years old with the little
Mhm.
rope necklaces. Like I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah, we are the Fiends.
yeah, like
Yeah,
it's just always how it was. I don't see why we need to change that now, especially.
right. No, facts, facts. We're gonna back up a little bit because you like I said, you hopped on the scene as a freshman. I got some of your stats and awards pulled up. Freshman year, you hit 353, 12 bombs, 40 ribbies, almost a 700 slug. You were freshman all SEC and first team freshman all American. Now the stats speak for itself, but what was your mindset going from um, high school baseball to where, okay, you might see a good pitcher every now and then. So now, okay, it's your freshman fall and you're in scrimmages and everybody's 95 plus. And if they aren't, they had 3 pitches, you know what I mean? So talk about first the mindset and then talk about the physicality of that freshman fall you had to give guys an insight on what it is to step on the field freshman year at a SEC program.
So I mean, I was at least lucky to be in the position. I went to the academy my last 2 years, so
Okay.
I was able to see guys that were consistently just throwing hard with good stuff, day in,
Yeah.
day out, week out. I mean, our third guy starter in our rotation from my junior year just got called up to the majors last week, Jonathan, and it's just like
Yeah, I
it's like
seen that.
it's always there's like just spotty guys like that in the conference where you're just like, oh, like he played it. I'm just like, yeah, I've been playing against him for a really long time. Like
Yeah.
one at Arkansas last year. I know he was in outfielder. It's just a few great names that's just like, yeah, like so
Yeah.
being able, I guess, to see it then when I got here, I would say I knew kind of what to expect. It wasn't a big surprise.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to take time to get used to it as it would any freshman, no matter how good it is, whether
Exactly.
that's a week, or a month. But
Mhm.
yeah, just came in and kind of bought into what I know I needed to do to be a better player and just took off.
Yeah. Okay. So when you first got there, did you have that mindset of like I'm going to be the best freshman, one of the best freshmen in the SEC, or did you have more of it like okay, I'm gonna learn as much as I can and let the chips fall, or you already had it in your mind I'm gonna be one of the best freshmen in this conference?
Well, yeah, I would say I had that on my goal list. I mean, I
Yeah.
go into every single year, even now, this year, last year, especially my freshman year, though. Like, I remember I was talking to our shortstop our freshman year, like we were taking like ground balls like before we like started practice, and I was like, yeah, like I'm learning a whole lot. Like, I mean, you got guys like Charlie, guys like Slate, guys like Colby, guys like Corey, guys like
Mhm.
Fernando's. Like, I'm probably gonna learn a whole lot this year, and
Yeah.
that's whether I play or not. But obviously, my goal is I'm gonna come in day out and trying to beat the guy next to me for a spot.
Mhm.
But mentality wise, yeah, I was saying I'm gonna learn as much as I can, no matter what, freshman year.
Definitely. Definitely. So now, of course, you're going into your junior year. Talk about maybe a leadership role you might be stepping in as you're now an upperclassman, uh, trying to just lead the younger guys and as well as other older guys too that will probably rally around a guy who has a good pedigree at the university like you. So how has your mindset shifted in the past 2-3 years at UGA?
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of the, I want to say, four guys that's been here all 3 years since Wes has
Yeah,
been here, like 3 years consecutively. So, I mean, it's only a few guys that kind of know the way things are ran to a T so far, at least. But I mean, we can kind of just put that knowledge on the new guys and kind of let them come in and show like what they were bringing to us. It's not really like we need y'all to do this or you're going to do this. It's kind of just come in. We're going to get to know you. All right, do what you do. Now let's see how we're going to put this together to make us win.
okay, okay, yeah, I like that. You guys had a new staff just recently came in at University of Georgia. You got, like I said, UGA has always had a lot of talent, really good program, but it's almost kind of like trying to get over that hump a little bit.
Yeah,
Talk about what the new staff has meant to you, and was it kind of like a learning curve when you came in, or did y'all just hit the ground running?
it was in there on running. I remember the one of the few statements I'll never forget Wes telling me on the phone before I even got on campus was like, one word I kind of don't believe in right now is rebuilding. We're trying to win, and we're going to win this year. We're not coming in to try to slowly get back to being that program they want us to be. And when I heard him say that, it was just kind of all right. Like I want to hit the ground running with this guy. Like I can run through a wall for a coach like this. And then
Oh yeah,
we got here, and kind of all the other guys were in the same mindset. And we went to supers that year. We were a game away from going to Omaha, and it was upsetting. Last year was definitely just a little bit more disappointing, but first
right,
year was a bit more upsetting for sure. But
yeah,
coaches have done a great job just coming in and establishing just kind of
mhm,
that we're here for a reason. Like they didn't just recruit us just to recruit us. It's like all right,
yeah.
the University of Georgia and the SEC is like you just got to go up there and believe. We work every single day.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I know you had a good amount of draft buzz uh because you were a draft eligible sophomore, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
you chose to come back to University of Georgia when you didn't have to.
Hmm.
If you can talk a little bit about what really drove you to come back. Was it a hard decision or did you already know like, hey, I want to come back?
Nah, it was real hard.
Yeah,
Like it took literally, I don't think I had my mind made up until like right before the draft happened. It was just
yeah,
like after we kind of lost, it was, I know where I wanted to at least lead the program, and I had the golden opportunity kind of to come back and we at least at like definitely floor take us on because I know we've been that good both the years, and we're
mhm,
gonna have a good enough team this year to where we will go to Omaha. That's speaking in advance, of course, but
right,
yeah, I just kind of felt like I had some growing to do also physically. Did a lot of mental growing last year. So just kind of decided to just put everything together this year and
right.
go into the draft next year, of course.
Yeah, one thing I like to talk about, of course, is mental game, and we'll get to physical in a minute. But mental game, what are some things you like to do that, or maybe some things you guys do at the university to, stay even keel, especially a conference like university or a conference like the SEC, to where you might go through a stretch where you're like, dang, I'm 0 for 12, 0 for 13. I didn't get a hit this series, but then you got a midweek Tuesday, and then very next week you got University of Florida. You're facing Caglione throwing 100. So it's like, how do you snap out of that quote unquote funk to where you're not in your head so much? What are some key things you do to like to keep your mind even?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just like not worrying about it. I mean, it's a part of
Yep.
it. You're gonna,
Yep.
you're not gonna. I mean, you're gonna play. You have 10 SEC series. Probably all 10 of those SEC series. There's going to be stats on the board to where everybody's going to see. That's kind of when you're going to get to that point, be man enough to just walk up to the plate and know you got to do what you got to do, and not just say, not feel sorry for yourself, because
Mhm.
promise no one else is feeling sorry for you at that point.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of live with it. I mean, it's a part of it. Of course, you have things to work on. I mean, after you
Mhm.
go 5 for 5, you don't have things, I wouldn't say technically to work on from that game. Well, there's things you can look at and go back and say, I want to repeat this next game to go out.
Yeah.
Or as if you go 1 for 5 or 0 for 5 or 2 for 5 or something, and it's like
Mhm.
hit the panic button. It's like, oh no, you really don't. You could have went
Yeah.
2 for 5 with really good swings, maybe just off time. So just
Mhm.
kind of like stuff, paying attention to small details, no matter how great or how bad your day went.
Yeah, I agree, man. Because like I said, from SEC all the way to any conference in America, like, and when you get to college baseball, everybody can play to a degree.
Mhm.
Like, a lot of the bats in certain conferences and divisions are very similar.
Mhm.
Sometimes the depth can vary, but
West
it's going to come. Yeah,
and
it's going to
West.
come down to who can stay mentally strong when they're in a funk, and who can not get the big head when they're hitting 500. Because like you said, everybody's good. Everybody's good. So it comes down to, all right, how can you move on to that next game?
Yeah, I remember one AB. I want to say Charlie, my freshman year, was hitting like actually like 2 months into the season, maybe like 480 or something.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was something
He
stupid
flew
like
out.
that.
He flew out like twice. He came in the dugout livid. Like
Mhm.
you would have thought like he's been going through it all year. I was
And to
like
reiterate, my viewers are talking about Charlie Condon, who was what, the number two overall pick?
3.
He went three. Okay, okay. My bad. Keep going.
And like it just kind of shows like kind of the focus you got to have in this game, at least, is because like Wes always says, like winning isn't loyal. It's like
Yeah,
you're gonna have guys that go on stretches of going like 22 for like 35, but then like right after that you could go on that like 0 for 25 stretch. It's just about how you handle it, you know.
yeah, yeah. Facts. Where would you say? What's the biggest jump you've made since you've stepped on campus as a baseball player physically? What's the biggest jump you've made? And then also, what's some of the biggest strides you've made, uh, maybe mentally, man? Because like I said, University of Georgia is also a high academic school, so
Yeah.
trying to balance, you going from high school to now I'm trying to balance, work, schoolwork, going to class, early morning lifts. So what are some of the biggest jumps you've seen yourself make from freshman fall to now going into your junior year as a upperclassman?
Yeah, I always say like you got to try to fail here. Like I mean, we have tutors, academic advisors. Like
Yeah.
they set your schedule up for you. It's just about you doing it. I mean, you're gonna have your classes, you're gonna have your practices, you're gonna have slivers of time, obviously outside of it. It's kind of about what you make with that time. Knowing what's going to be doing your classes if you have any like a class that's not homework and it's just test grades, and so just being able to lock in on that. And then baseball stuff is saying, I don't know, like I always text my hitting coach probably 3 or 4 times a week about something, whether it's a good or bad week. And it's just like, we're just trying to figure out, all right, how can we be as consistent as possible so we can
Mhm.
get better results at the end of the day.
Yeah. And your
And
coach, yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say the biggest 2 jumps, I'll say physically, just gaining weight. I mean, I gained
Yeah.
what since I've been in school, 25 pounds.
Yeah.
And Um, and then acclimating, yeah, time management is just the biggest thing. Like you got to know. I mean, especially like here, like this is a huge campus. Like it's gonna take a while to get to class. It's gonna take a while to get to practice. It's about how much time you give yourself at the end of the day too.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely for sure, man. You guys went, I believe, 43-17 uh
Boy.
last year. I think it was something like 43-17. So I think you already spoke on the goal as a team, getting back and going to the College World Series and not just getting there, but winning it.
Yeah, yeah,
What so you already spoke on that. Uh, what are some individual goals that you might already have for this upcoming spring, and what do you have in place to help you reach those for guys out there that want to hear what a Division I baseball player is attempting to do?
yeah. Well, I will say I don't have any statistic numbers out there.
Hmm.
I think the best, like at least for me, goal setting is what kind of planning on what goes into the goals and not getting ahead of them. So for me, my goals for this year are just how long can I focus, whether that's all 27 outs in the field or whether that's all 12 pitches in that bat or one pitch in that bat. Just how many great swings can I get off? How many pitches can I lay off? How many
Like
pitches
that.
can I not chase? So that's kind of
Yeah.
the focus or the goal. I'll say just how long can I really, really, really focus when I'm
Yeah.
at the field?
I love that not having any, individual numbers. 'Cause like I said, I'm an older guy. I'm 23. I'm a fifth year senior, bro. And chasing numbers is never good. It's just like you're going down a black hole, bro,
I
because
didn't
that's something, yeah, that's something you literally cannot control. You can control what you swing at, effort, attitude, mental, all of that. But like, man, you can
control.
square up 10 balls and not get a hit. So it's like,
Mhm.
I love how you said, I'm gonna control my focus. I'm gonna control, just my swings, the swings I take in the box. I love that. That's a gem right there, man. I really appreciate you saying that. That's a good one. So I noticed you probably noticed I talked a lot about mentality during this podcast, and that's what your next hack goes into because in baseball, just like in life, you know, I believe that it's about your next hack. You make a bad grade on the test, you have a bad day out in the real world or whatever, it's all right, your next day, how you gonna get better the next day? Just like in baseball, your next hack. You swing out a ball, a slider in the dirt for strike
Excellent.
three, your next hack, man. So I like to ask you, have you had a next hack moment in your life that really made you kind of flip a switch? Or what is your next hack moment? But yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I actually remember my freshman year we were playing Georgia Southern in Augusta, and um, my freshman year, like in the fall, me and my coach will always talk about how like there's a hitter zone and a strike zone. Like some pitches you just don't need to swing at early in the count because you're probably going to hit it and get yourself out, or don't chase early. We're playing Augusta against Southern.
Yeah,
Slider a little bit off the plate, chase. Looked at my hitting coach and knowing he's about to rip me. I was like,
yeah,
chill, chill, chill. You good. Next pitch, slider, double in the gap. Looked at him as soon as I got the second. I was like, we good. And it was just like kind of knowing like that's gonna happen. Like you don't have to. That bat's not over. It has. I don't have to like let emotion take over because it's like soon as I down about that one, then I'm gonna take the good one or I'm gonna roll over the good.
exactly,
So it's just like it's
exactly.
good. I strike one. Like it's fine. Like we have a whole at bat to play with. So I would
Yeah.
honestly say that was definitely my next hack moment.
I like that. I like that, man. Well, you had a lot of good gems out there, man. Like I said, it's a lot of guys that are aspiring to be a collegiate athlete, especially one that has a chance to get drafted. I'm pretty high,
Mhm.
and you being a cornerstone of that UGA team, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be having my own season coming up, but hopefully I can get to
Yes.
Athens or get somewhere around and watch you guys ball.
Yes. We hopefully we're playing for a really long time this year.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully I see you guys in what, June, July-ish, whatever.
Yeah, through late June, middle late June.
Yeah, definitely, man. We asked a lot of good I asked a lot of good questions. You gave a lot of good answers. And I always like to end with something kind of chill and relaxed. So there's been a lot of Atlanta stuff going on with rappers. I always want to know who your top five. I know you're gonna have some Atlanta dudes in there, but I just want to know your top five right now. Everybody's gonna see it, so don't have no whack
Order?
list. It
What
don't it
order?
doesn't have to be no order. Just your top five artists, but I know you're gonna have a couple Atlanta guys in there. That's why I went ahead and said that.
Um, Jeffrey, Young Thug, of
Yeah.
course. Um, Uncle Wanna, definitely gonna wanna.
Yeah.
Dominique, little baby for sure. Future for sure.
Uh-huh.
And five, right? Five would be V's.
I'm
V's
not
is
gonna lie, that's a solid list, bro. I can't
V's is in
I
there.
can't argue. I can't argue with that list, bro. I can't. So hey, you certified to get the ox in the weight room, I guess.
Oh, I'm always an odds guy here.
You always on the
Always.
ox? Word,
That's
word. Word, bro. Hey, well, Trey, I appreciate you coming on your next hack.
for sure.
Hopefully we can have you on again, maybe sometime during the spring season or something, check in with you guys. But let the people know where they can find you at on social media and on the field.
TR3 Phelps, like the swimmer. um,
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
Uh, I want to say on Twitter, Tre Phelps, TRE,
Yeah.
capital P, helps one. And then
Word.
you can find me primarily at third base, but you can
Yeah.
find me wherever at on the field this year, primarily right-handers, batter's box.
Yeah, for sure. I love it, bro. I love it. Well, like I said, man, I appreciate you. This will be on a lot of different platforms. It'll be on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Once again, you can find me on YouTube and on TikTok at Chan Hicks TV. This will be clips on Instagram at underscore Chan Hicks. And yeah, our absolute banger of a podcast today, man. Appreciate you coming on.
No doubt.
Look, yeah, for sure. And I look forward to you guys balling this spring, seeing you ball, bro.
For sure. Appreciate it. Appreciate you.